Today we're going to deal with the broad topic of marketing your screenplay. Now the question comes in basic form, how can I sell my screenplay to a producer? Well, answering that question is kind of like answering how do I become an astronaut? Okay, there are 1,000 ways to get this accomplished. The first thing, well, the first I want to mention that is my opinion that the number one mistake that newer screenwriters make is that they market themselves and their screenplay far too early. And what do I mean by that? Is that as soon as they write fade out, the end, they start looking for people to read it and, for the purposes of optioning or buying the screenplay. This is way too early in the process. There's a number of things that you must do, that you should do, before you let anybody, any decision maker, read your screenplay, i.e. producer or director or favorite uncle that has investment money and things of that nature. So, the number one mistake, again, keep this in mind, the number one mistake screenwriters make is that they market their screenplay too early. Okay? So, how do you prevent that? Well, what's the first steps? Well, one of your first steps is to take your network that you currently have and divide them into three groups: your cheers, your peers, and your rocketeers. Your cheers are your family and friends. They love you, and regardless how you write or what you write, they're going to love it. They're going to cheer you on from now until the end of time. Those are your cheers. You need them, okay? You need them for your emotional support. Your next group of friends in your network are your peers. These are other writers of basically the same skill level, maybe the same time doing it. Maybe you took a class together, okay? You'll find that in competitions, most of the people in screenplay competitions are your peers. They basically, there's a wide range of skill level, but basically, they're all looking for the same thing. Your third group are your rocketeers. Now, rocketeers are probably the most important group in the sense that they can propel your career to the next level. So we're talking about having a network of producers or directors, filmmakers, experienced and professional screenwriters. Maybe they're in the WGA, maybe they're not. Multiple screen contest winners. Okay, so that's how you divide your group, and you'll be using this group as from now until you're out of the industry. And so it's important to take this step. Next, you want to make sure that what you've written is worthy of being marketed. So how do we do that? Well, you do at this point have to pay somebody, several people in fact, to read your screenplay and give you feedback, give you notes. Now, you may know a number of professional screenwriters that'll do this as a favor. Great. You could use your network to do that. There are some that will do that. Make sure they're good screenwriters themselves. Otherwise, you're looking at spending somewhere between $69 and $499 for screenplay notes and feedback. Now, I want to get feedback on your general storytelling, your concept, your specific use of dialogue, and your formatting. I find that I concentrate a lot on the appearance of the screenplay and the formatting. Okay, we're not talking about margins here. We're talking about the use of parentheticals, the descriptive text, the action text, the master scene headings. Are these written correctly? This is all important to, when you're sending it out to market. You also want to develop a professional log line. And a lot of people have different theories. I have my own, but it's one that's shared by many in the industry. Basically, it's 30 words or less. And I have a particular formula that I developed so you can write a great log line each and every time. So a log line is for marketing purposes, and it is usually the first thing a producer will see. So if that goes wrong, that's the end of your road right there for that particular person. If it's a good log line and it's well written, chances are you'll go to the next step, and so on and so forth. So it's very important to get this first step correct. Other marketing materials that you'll need, and they'll need to be perfect as well, are the query letter and a synopsis. Next, you want to develop a networking plan and a marketing strategy. Basically, if I write 8 hours a day, I'll network and market for another 4 hours, okay? And I really recommend that other people do the same thing, because they'll spend all their time writing and not much in the area of networking and marketing. But these steps are important. So cheers, peers, and Rocketeers. Biggest mistake most writers make is they market themselves too early. These steps you have to complete first. Writing a screenplay worthy of being marketed. Getting professional feedback on that screenplay, not deep analysis, just basic notes on the basic story and how it's written. And lastly, getting your marketing material, your log line, query letter, and synopsis, getting them perfected and well written as well. Have a great day and keep writing.